Hello from the Richland Hills Public Library. I'm Miranda, the youth librarian. May the 4th be with you. In honor of May the 4th, all this week we are going to be doing Star Wars themed projects and activities. So this is our first one for the week. We are going to be making edible Jabba Slime. So for this project, foremost and most importantly, you're going to need either a microwave or a stove top. We're going to be using a microwave today for ours. Then you'll need a bowl, preferably glass, because it is going to go into the microwave. And we don't want our plastic melting. You'll need some water. You'll need a cup, 1 cup, a tablespoon, a regular spoon for stirring, some food coloring if you want to make sure to get your Jabba Slime coloring just right, some Metamucil. This is the most important ingredient right here. And make sure, you can use any kind of fiber. It doesn't have to be Metamucil, but it is really important that the main ingredient is psyllium husk. And it should be the main ingredient when you look at the back of the fiber bottle. Then you'll need some pot holders because the bowl, when it comes out of the microwave, it is very hot. And then if you want some extra flavoring, because it is edible slime, I got some, what would you call this stuff? Basically it's water flavoring. So that you can flavor your water different ways. And this one actually happens to be green, so it's going to add some coloring as well, which is really cool. All right, so let's get started mixing. Take our bowl. I like to put the water in first. I don't think it really matters. That's just my personal preference. All right. 1 cup of water. And then try to sprinkle this as evenly as you can so that it doesn't clump up, only because the clumps are kind of hard to get out. All right, so 1 tablespoon of the Metamucil. And we're gonna stir it up. It is better to use cool or room temperature water. Because if you use hot water, the kind of chemical reaction that starts to happen will happen too soon. It doesn't really hurt anything, but it's kind of cool to be able to take it out of the microwave and just see what's happened to it. All right, so as you can see, my slime beginnings are a lovely orange color. That is because our Metamucil is orange flavored, but Jabba Slime isn't orange, so let's see if we can get it more slime colored. So we'll add some of our flavoring, which we don't really need since it's already orange flavored, but that's okay. And then I think just 1 drop of green ought to do the trick since we've already got some coloring in there. All right, there we go. Look at that lovely green slime color. I think that is perfect. Okay, so once you've got it all nice and mixed up and you've got a color that you're happy with, you put it in the microwave for 5 minutes and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, it's still hot enough that it's still bubbling. Something else I should mention that I forgot to say earlier is that you do need a fairly big bowl for this project because it does tend to bubble up really high. And if your bowl isn't big enough, it will bubble over. So be aware of that. All right, so it may just look like the ooze that we stuck in, but when you start stirring it, you can see that there's definitely a more slimy texture to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it cool, and then we're gonna come back to it once it's nice and cool. Yeah, you can see it's already starting to thicken up there. Ooh. I would touch it with my hands, but again, it is really hot right now. So we're gonna let it cool And then we will come back to it, and then we will play with it like proper slime, and then you will even watch me eat some of it, because like I said, it is edible slime. All right, we'll be back as soon as it's cool. Okay, so while you're waiting for your slime to cool, here's another really cool, easy, edible Star Wars project that you can do. For this one, all you need is some cubed cheese. Doesn't really matter what kind. Some cheese spread of some sort, or I've heard people use peanut butter too, but I don't really like peanut butter with my cheese. So anyway, so we're using cheese today, pimento cheese, but you can use cream cheese or peanut butter or whatever you want to use for this part, as long as it's kind of sticky enough to kind of hold things together like a cement. Then you need a cracker that is hexagonal, which basically just means that every side, 6 sides, is pretty much even. Now, we opened this box and they're actually not entirely hexagonal, but it's okay. It's going to work for our project. All right, so let's get started on making our really cool Star Wars treat. I'm not going to do too many. Let's do 5. Which means we need 10 crackers, preferably ones that aren't broken. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then our cheese. Okay, so you just take a little bit of cheese on one side and on the opposite side. Not much, you don't need much. And then you're going to attach like so. And then you have little cheese TIE fighters. Okay, let's make some more. I have also seen these done with marshmallows and sweet crackers. Unfortunately, the only hexagonal sweet crackers I could find were these Oreo Nabisco things, and they were, what do you call that? Not out of print. Discontinued, I guess, is the word. They seem to be discontinued everywhere, and Amazon was selling them for buku bucks. So I did not get to try out the sweet version this time around. Only the savory version. But that's okay, because these look super tasty. Alright, and as you can see, these don't take a lot of time. And then before you know it, you have a plate full of fun little TIE fighters that you can take apart and eat. Or, I don't know, I think you could probably fit that whole thing into your mouth. What do you think? I think I'm going to try. Hang on. Alright, ooh, that one's messy. Let's turn it the other way. Say peanut butter actually might work better, only because it is like a little stickier. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan of peanut butter and cheese together. And since I was going to be eating them, I decided to pick something that I wanted to eat. But you can definitely play around with different supplies. All right, and now we have a whole fleet of edible TIE fighters. Yay! Now let's try one. Mmm. Very cheesy, very good. Wonderful. Now, let's see if our slime has cooled off. Okay, I think we're ready. We've been waiting for about 10 minutes. For From what I can tell, the bowl is definitely cool. I can put my hands on it. It feels like it might still be pretty warm here on the bottom though. So 10 minutes may not be enough time. You may want to go for 15 or 20. It also might have cooled off faster if I had moved it to a different bowl rather than the bowl that I'd heated it in the microwave. The most important thing though is to let it cool naturally. You don't want to do anything to try to rush the process. Okay, so if you look into our slime, as you can see, it has definitely gotten a more slimy consistency. That is fantastic. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's see if it's cool enough that I can actually pick it up. Okay, that is still pretty warm, but I think I'm good. All right, look at that. Look at that. Now all you need is somebody going, whoa, 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 whoa. You've got your Jabba slime. Okay, now for the fun part. Are you ready to watch me eat it? I can definitely eat it. It's edible. Let's see if it tastes good after all that stuff I mixed in. All right, how much should I do? I'm not going to do a whole bunch. Oh, this is lovely. I love it. Okay, so I've got a pretty decent sized mouthful. That's probably about a tablespoon, you think? All right, here we go. Mmm. Not bad, actually. It tastes like, kind of like a Starburst. That might be the, that might be the water flavoring that I put in it. But yeah, no, I mean, it's not very appetizing to look at, but it's definitely tasty. So there you go, edible Jabba slime. Oh, ho, 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 ho.